American-dominated character, but you still don't even see him much over there these days. Starting things off with a forward 3 and Javier getting punished for it. bboykeyu getting that punish on deck and the setup into the meaty hat. I like it. Lovely throw tech still.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you say I'm kind of fallen out of competitive favor, but there have been some players that have been doing extremely well. I'd like to reference Illuminati, you know, winning the Mortal Kombat Pro competition for Mexico. It's just I think the players have changed. We're starting to see some of these Kung Lao players really get down a lot of their tech and being able to use every single variation that the character can bring, because there are quite a few very viable ones, is really important, and we're just slowly starting to see people get more comfortable with that, I think.
Looking for the long-range game so far, that burning spear. Hesitant perhaps on that hat toss. You know that Javier's looking for those reactions. The second hit, flawless block, but immediately punished. No, confirm from bboykeyu. That could have been so much more than it was. And that's going to give Javier an opportunity. The block on the teleport. No flawless block from B-Boy. Doesn't want to risk it. There's the reaction we're talking about, though. If you're going to play Scorpion competitively, you got to have those reactions, and Javier absolutely will. Give me that fatal blow. And enough damage to finish that round. Fantastic stuff from the Spanish. Wonderful Scorpion player. So good.
Yeah, that is, this is one of the styles that we do see. Actually, we do see it a lot from Mirko as well. Not at all the style we saw today just because of the matchup, but being able to back up and make your opponent impatient and then punish everything that they can do is such a good style with Scorpion. The problem is you do somewhat need the life lead since you can't force chip on people. So now that he's not got the life lead, although he might steal it back here. I was going to say he might be a little bit more aggressive. We'll see.
Keeping that pressure single button heavy. There's something that very quickly in the game's meta became prominent. Oh, good lord, that counter hit's going to bag decent damage even without meter. Just like that, we see 25% outright. Oh, the delayed low. bboykeyu breaking at the last possible second, but no fear from Javier sticking out that throw. And there's so much similarities now between. I used to say that Javier and Mirko had distinct styles against each other, but
Javier and Mirko play a lot more similar to each other over time. And there you go, we're seeing it again, you know, just using the teleport cancels, making your opponent whiff some big buttons, making them freak out a little bit, and then you just take advantage of it. But right now, that's not what we're seeing. We actually are seeing, of course, the switch to Sub-Zero, which we didn't even talk about. So we're seeing the same matchup twice in a row for our first two matchups. It's the classic. They're giving us a throwback.
But at the same time, this is a character that bboykeyu has been known to pull out when the chips are down. There really is no getting around it. Ooh, that breakaway, though, that was not going to save you from any damage, my friend. And now say goodbye to both bars of defense. The down one challenge on the 2-1+ frames. Javier will remember that for sure. Caught jumping out. That forward 2 freeze.
Ooh,
maybe a little bit nervous, perhaps.
Yeah, some little bit of a drop right there. But, I mean, regardless, the Sub-Zero looks like it's working out better so far. The problem is, can he close it out? Especially with that fatal blow. Javier already closing out one game with the fatal blow. But he just has to find the moment.
Bar, that forward 4-2 becomes such a better option. That was a absolute reaction there, Chef. Man saw that forward 2 and stood up. You can absolutely react to the overhead online, but it is so much harder. But like I said, young man reactions.
Yeah, and man, no, great call to be able to convert into the kill without having to spend any meter or any fatal blows. What I was trying to say. Yeah,
Chef,
that was great.
To the roll, that was so sick.
All right. Okay, further. Ooh, man. One thing about Javier is he's just unafraid to spend his defensive bar. Look at that. No defensive bar, no offensive bar now. Just is like, you know what? If you hit me, you hit me. And oh, you're not going to hit me. Builds the bar back. Gets the classic. And that, I mean, it started to look better for bboykeyu, but it just fell apart at the end. We're going to win one more. It's definitely not over yet. We are going to see the switch back to Kung Lao. And it will be the same variation, the one with the Z hat and the orbiting hat, which is a bit of a signature of KU. Oh, but wow, I can't believe that teleport didn't punish. That looked like it was going to. Pretty quick recovering projectile. Not one of the quickest, but not one of the slowest either.
Counter hit on that forward 3. I do not think that Javier fully believed it would connect, but we'll take any kind of damage we can. The cheeky back 3. Oh, spear out of nowhere. And we just build the meter just in time. B-Boy with a wake-up roll, trying to escape in this kind of variation that you've always got to be careful, because, as I will say, as this round is about to come to a close, there's still a chance for a comeback. Disrespecting on wake-up, though, and punishing for it. bboykeyu doing so many wake-up attacks does cut his utility of orbiting hat. Let's not forget, it's 1 bar of each to use it. And if you spend it, then I mean, it's so much harder. Yes, he hasn't got Omega hat, but still, it's expensive.
Oh yeah, and you want to have your defensive bar against Scorpion. I mean, the thing though is that he can keep it pretty unbreakable, so one way or another you're going to be taking a lot of damage. But here we go, using it in neutral, not really using it as a check in block strings, which is interesting. It's a way we tend to see it a lot, and a nice pickup from that forward 3, kind of catching on the way up and going into the interactable. Oh my gosh.
The corner pressure. B-Boy, this is his chance. I kind of respect sticking out that 1-2-1 if it hits. It's an opportunity to get damage, maybe even spend the fatal blow. No anti-air there. Oh, no, he hesitates. That was his chance, Jeff.
I know, he made the right read, he got the neutral duck, and then he just didn't punish it. All right, that time he's gonna tech it. Oh, went for a big risk. It's understandable, right? A lot of people want to press buttons right there. He was going for that one final risk. You kind of got to go for something like that if you're gonna make a huge comeback.